All right. Good afternoon, whoever's out there watching this. Um, really just going to do this for myself, but if anybody gets any use out of it, then that's great. So I'm basically just going to recap the day and what happened, the trades that I took and should have taken or missed based on my system. I trade value, and a lot of what I do is finding out where value is, and then based on that, analyzing what price might do. So my blue lines here and here are previous day value area. So top one is previous day value area high. It's kind of hard to see. I'll get rid of this volume profile over here. So you can see my labels. So value area high and value area low. And then also we have a 2-day composite value area from the last 2 days. That is the pink box, pink rectangle. So coming into today, as I laid out in my video, I wanted to see a hold above really this top pink level CVA for more upside, targeting 6105. And where that comes from is higher time frame chart. We have a basically big range since mid-December. The high of it is 6105. We tried getting below it, couldn't get any follow through, got back in, traversed, got above, retested it, moved higher, and then since the 24th we've come back inside. So using the high as kind of a resistance point, that to see more downside we have to hold below. So that was kind of the thought process behind that level. So long above the CVA high here, favored longs. First target would be here at the 6105 level, and then if we were to continue higher, I would want to see something like this, just like a move above, retest, hold, and then move higher, getting back up to this CVA above. So when we broke above the CVA high, pulled back, held. This is where I got long. And I got a partial at my level, 6105, and then stopped on the rest. So idea worked. It just didn't really have much follow through. And, the key was to get above that level. And this is a big resistance point, and it proved to be resistance. Ideally, I probably should have reversed here, but that would have been, I don't like reversing as I'm in a trade. I like to let it play out. So, yeah, it attempted to make a new high on like no volume. Yeah. And then we got back inside of the CVA. This area between the two, kind of like a dissonance zone. So I either want to see it clearly above for long or clearly below the blue for shorts. And this would have been a short entry for a return pullback into previous day value. Did not take it though because I was not at my computer. And that would have worked very nicely. The target would have been traversing yesterday's value. So going from here down here, and it worked out very nice. So the third setup would have been this long down here. This one could have been one. It would have been the aggressive entry. There was a big, at the time, pretty big positive gamma node down here, which I'll show you. It was this level right here. So price was falling, and we usually, slow down or bounce off these positive nodes. So the one that I was looking at was here. On SPX, it's pretty obvious what happened. Let me see if I could detach. So I draw levels with those positive nodes and came down right to it and bounced from it. So that could have been, or should have been, a long entry for me. But I was in the bathroom at the time. I also liked how we had this pretty large selling move up, decent amount of volume on the move up, and then made a new low on decreasing volume. It's basically a classic spring pattern. Also an RSI divergence. So this would have been the trade of the day down here. And I mean, I think you got like a, let's say entry was there, over a 50-point move to the high day. But yeah, this was my big mistake today. Or I guess not really a mistake. I wasn't at my computer, but biggest missed opportunity was the long down there. Would have been really nice to get that. And then we basically traversed yesterday's value and then bounced off of it, and then we traversed back to the CVA high. So the more secure trades would be to short where we came back into it, which is right here. So this was a short for me that I took. Got in on this bar. Stop was just a new high, and I rode that down. Got a partial and then stopped on the rest. So I took 2 trades, and both of them were partial and then stop. So not the best day, but I mean, I feel like my reads today were pretty good. Caught this long once we broke above, missed this long, and then caught this short down. And then from there, I mean, not much really happened. I was looking for a potential long if we came back to retest this level, but it never happened, so I stayed out. And then we just grinded higher. Got again to this higher time frame level, 6105. Tried to hold above it, and then some news came out that Trump was putting tariffs on, or potentially putting tariffs on Canada and Mexico, and we fell. So at this point, it's late in the day, 30 minutes to close, not really looking for anything. And you can't really, when this stuff happens, you can't really predict it. And like ideally you would want to be short from up here, but you didn't know that that news was going to come out. So no trades. And as of now, going into end of day, we find ourselves again back above the CVA. So as long as we're above here, going into tomorrow, I would favor more upside, but again, watch 6105 as resistance. That's really going to be the key to hold above for more upside tomorrow and going into next week. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, trade 1 here, trade 2 here, mistrade here, And then this was just, I mean, you don't want to be in that. Yeah, it moves a lot, but I feel like at that point it's just gambling on which way it goes. So that was my day, the trade opportunities that I saw, and yeah, decent day. I doubt anybody made it this far, but if you did, like, comment, subscribe, do all that jazz, and if you want to see more, let me know. Like I said, I'm kind of just doing this for myself, but if anybody finds any value in it, let me know. Hit me up. Yeah.